What's up, guys? Welcome to another Mixed Martial Idiots podcast. We got UFC Fight Night, Loney Kavanagh versus Brandon Moreno, and then we have a preview of a fight that, it's just going to be beautiful to watch. Max Holloway, Charles Oliveira, UFC 326. George has got it behind him. Let's get right into it, guys. Tanner Dunphy, George Novo. Here we go.
All right. Let's talk about last night. We had UFC Fight Night Moreno versus Kavanagh in Mexico City, Mexico, February 28th, 2026. And golly, that hurt. It was a fun card, but that hurt. That for sure hurt. We'll get into that. First off, at 185, Damian Pinas putting it on Wes Schultz, man. Everything he touched him with, you could tell Wes was like, nah, dude, I don't want to do this. And then he put him down at round one. It was just clean and heavy. What'd you think, Will?
Yeah, just like you said, he had really good boxing. Wes Schultz got hit and clipped immediately, so he wasn't really able to implement his grappling in the way he would like. I say this all the time jokingly in the gym. It's way easier to grapple a guy if you give him a concussion first. Damian did that and proved my point emphatically. Wes Schultz, he got touched up, he got put away, and I feel bad for the guy because he does have all the talent in the world. Damian's just got bombs.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it looked like everything he had thrown. I mean, jab was spicy.
He dropped him like three times.
Yeah, it was rough. George, what'd you think on that one?
Man, what the actual fiesta was that? You degenerates are still betting on Brandon Moreno at home. Welcome back to our podcast where you recap the fight so you don't pretend that you stayed up till 2 a.m. to watch that on Paramount Plus. February 28th, it was at the CDMX Arena in Mexico City, and I was actually curious with the current events going on if we were going to see anything crazy happen other than the craziness that happens in the octagon, and I'm glad we didn't. You had 16,454 screaming fans ready to party like it was Cinco de Mayo on steroids. Instead, the English guy showed up and turned the whole card into a polite British apology tour. At the earliest absolute crack of dawn prelims, where the main event still broke the nation's heart, you had the early prelims where the guys had the "we're still drunk from last night" section. Some dude named Penis in his UFC debut walked in and went full postal worker on a Monday, dropped Schultz twice with a 1-2 like he was delivering bad news. 39 seconds later, night. Welcome to the big show, kid. Try not to get cut in 6 months.
He's got hands, man. Heavy hands. I don't know about getting cut. I don't.
Ooh-wee. I want to see him
talking
versus
about
that.
Wes.
Oh, Wes.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see Damian versus what's that other, the kid from Atiba Gutierrez.
Oh.
Get him in there. There can only be one.
Yeah. All right. Number 2 for the night at 145. Francis Fire Marshal gripping onto that neck of Eric Silva, getting a rear naked choke in round 1. He squeezed the hell out of that shit. You don't have to squeeze it. You can do it without squeezing. But he squeezed the hell out of it, and it looked miserable. What'd you think, Will?
Yeah, first of all, I want to apologize to Francis Marshall. I thought Eric was going to be able to light him up on the way in. Not the case. Francis Marshall closes the distance and strangles that man. 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the first round, not much to say, but hats off to Francis Marshall.
Yeah. George?
Yeah, Francis Marshall, man. Fire Marshal Bill, let me show you something. That kid Silva threw a spinning wheel kick because why not? It's Mexico. Marshall said cute and choked him out faster than you could say contender series reject. Marshall's now 1-0 in the UFC with a finish. Got ourselves a quick learner.
Yes. Speaking of quick, at 1:30 we had Regina Turin stepping in on quick notice, like 3 days notice. Sofia Montegro, she withdrew from the fight, and
she's probably thinking she's glad she did now.
Yeah, poor Ernesta. Poor Regina too. These girls put on a hell of a fight. They won fight of the night. I don't know if you guys saw that.
As they should. That was a great fight.
100K to both of those fighters. It was a fantastic fight, especially for 3 days notice of this young up-and-comer
21.
Regina. Yeah, she's 8-0 now. She was looked at by the WWE, and she had a Muay Thai fight scheduled before this. And then she gets this offer on 3 days and was like, doing that, and then puts on that kind of a performance. It was awesome. Great to see. Will?
Yeah, dude, I saw a couple people on X thought it could have went the other way. I don't think so. I thought Regina handily won the second round, and then I thought she kept the pace and the aggression up in the third. I think in the first round, Ernesta could have taken it. That little veteran savvy and Regina's first step in the bright lights in the UFC octagon. Maybe it took 5 minutes to get it going. She was aggressive the whole time. She just picked up the pace and the accuracy as the fight went on. I thought she won it, and I thought she looked great. And it's fun to see a girl go in there and just slug it out with somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Ooh,
George?
fight of the night, baby, man. These two went to war like it was Black Friday at Walmart. Train on short notice still outstruck the Lithuanian in rounds 1 through 3. The crowd was losing their minds. This is why you watch the prelims, folks. Pure violence between people you've probably never heard of.
Fair.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, they're more fun.
Yeah, exactly. Next up, bout number 4, Javier Reyes getting the TKO over Douglas de Silva de Andrade. Man, Silva tried to contest it, but his face was swollen to shit, and he was barely able to stand. It's fair.
Yeah,
What'd you think?
sometimes you just get caught with something big, and that ref, I'd much rather be that situation than you have Terry Hatley last week and you let a guy go to the emergency room after the fights, right? Like, if I'm the coach, I'm going in there and I'm thanking that guy. I'm a different kind of coach. I'm going to go in there and thank you for taking care of my kid or my athlete. Douglas is far from a kid, but Javier caught him, dropped him, and did what he had to do, man. It's on the ref, and the ref saw what he had to see.
Yeah. George?
Man, Andrade landed a huge overhand right, and Reyes ate that like it was Taco Tuesday with a free tequila shot, and then drops him and pounds him out at the buzzer. Debut win. Mexico City said, "Not today, Grandpa."
Yes. Next up at 135, bout number 5, Christian Quinones getting the unanimous decision, beating the shit out of Chris Monteño. Man, if nothing else, Chris Monteño is tough. Will?
Chris Monteño's tough. Christian Quinones, that's a tongue twister for my stupid self. Why did he come in looking like the Mexican alternative version of the Fall Out Boy lead singer? Like, he totally changed. He did not look like Christian at all. And it looked like he respected Chris Monteño's striking enough to initiate the grappling as much as he did. Honestly, I thought Christian was going to walk through him, and it took a 3-round decision to get him out of there. Yes, Monteño's tough, but I don't think Christian is quite there yet.
Yeah.
Man, what'd you have to say on that, Tanner?
Monteño's tough.
He's tough.
He's tough.
Christian Quinones defeated Chris, unanimous decision, 30-27. And Quinones bloodied Monteño so bad it looked like the opening scene of Blade. This was a grappling masterclass after that. And Chris is still the king of I showed up and got paid. God bless him.
He tried. Man, he did something.
The next fight, fuck this chick.
This. Yeah. All right, bout number 6, 135 female.
To church.
Eileen Perez gets the unanimous decision over Macy Chasson, and she was just better. Now, she called out Tracy Cortez, which makes 0 sense. She's
that's a lateral fight.
She's ranked higher than Tracy Cortez. So my only thought here is she's just trying to steal Tracy Cortez's thirsty fans. Go for the belt. If you want fans, try to go for the belt.
Yeah.
You're 13-2. Do the thing. You're on a 6-fight win streak. You You only lost your debut. You beat pretty good fighters: Ashley Evans Smith, Jocelyn Edwards, Carl Rosa, now Macy Chasson. Here's the problem, though. The rest of the division at 135 most likely takes her lunch money.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would
What's your
say
Probably
thoughts
why
on-
she called out Cortez.
Yeah, checks out. Will, what's your thought on that fight?
Yeah, I think Macy took the first round. And dude, what was the call in the second round? I'm not a Perez fan. I've said that numerous times.
Yeah.
She was in top half guard. She had a full Nelson, and she was punching Macy Chasson in the face, and the ref stood
The
her
ref
up.
stood
I
it up,
did
yeah.
not like that at all.
I didn't either.
You know, what are we doing? It's all for naught if we don't have any integrity going on. Macy, dude, she just it's a bad decision. She makes bad decisions. And she is a very, very talented, very capable fighter. That sweep she hit in the first round and her positioning was perfect. I thought that Macy was going to run her over. I was so excited at the end of the first round. I was like, holy shit, Macy out-grappled her. Because we know Perez can't outstrike Macy when she's on, right? Not a lot of people can. Perez did what she had to do in the second and third round, and she smothered her and she won the fight. Am I a fan? Not really, but she definitely won that fight.
Yeah. George?
Well, even though I have visions of her smiling in slow motion like Shrek and twerking in the swamp and talking about the donkey, she is on a 6-fight streak. So I can't take that away from her. However, what in the hell was Macy's corner telling her to pull guard and try to get it to the ground in the second? After she knows, they've watched tape on her. They know that is this girl's wheelhouse. That's all she fucking has. Why are you trying to take it there? Like, I don't know. That was some terrible. I don't know if that was Macy just thinking, oh, I did it. I could do it again, or what it was. But that was where she lost this fight, was in the second round. If she would have kept it standing, kept it dirty, kept it up against the fence, kept elbowing her, probably would have got that decision out. Again, I agree with what you said. I don't see anything else in Eileen Perez's repertoire that shows me that she's going to be an elite threat in the top 5, top 3 of that division. Macy, she's always got a puncher's chance. I'd like to see her go at someone that's going to stand and bang for her next fight.
Yeah. I totally forgot to mention the second round, the stand-up. That was – I'm not a Eileen Perez fan, nor is Lacey, but that happened, and we were both like, what the fuck? Now we're kind of wanting to root for Eileen Perez in this. Like, you can't do that. It's a fight.
Know, in the position she was in, there's opportunities for Darce chokes and guillotines and back takes, so she got a very advantageous position taken away.
She was in half guard, right?
Mm-hmm.
I use half guard to pass the guard. I force half guard, and then I'll use that to pass the guard. It's so much easier. It's so much easier than just trying to pass an open guard. There's a what if factor in passing the open guard, and if I'm passing an open guard and it's difficult, I'll just force half guard, and then I can pass from half guard and not feel threatened. I know when they start doing something and how to counter that. That's fucked up, That's a dominant position that she was doing stuff from. She was still landing shots. I don't know. I don't like seeing that. Moving on, though, to our featured prelim, bout number 7 of the night.
With no controversy.
Zero controversy here. Ryan Gondra coming in round 1, 41 seconds, knocking out Jose Medina. Good Lord, this guy has hands. Will, tell us about it.
Dude, Shootbox has put like 13 fighters in the UFC in the last year. I mean,
yeah.
Shootbox was huge when the UFC first came out, and then it kind of died off for a little while. Then this Charles Oliveira guy, he shows up. He goes on an 11 fight win streak, right? And puts Shootbox back on the map, and they're just throwing dudes into the UFC. This Ryan Gondra guy, he looks like he could go box for the WBC tomorrow. Tank, good jab, big power, and Medina. You got to start taking a look at not being in there anymore, man. You've lost, what, 4 or 5 in a row now, and like 3 of those are vicious KOs. I love the guy because he's so tough and he's a brawler, but at some point, enough's enough, man. And Ryan Gondra, I think, just showed you that was enough.
Yeah. George?
41 seconds. Gondra, in his debut, just sprinted across the cage and folded the guy. The crowd went, orale, then immediately went, ¿Qué carajos?
Yes. Next up, our first fight on the main card at 135. Santiago Luna getting the unanimous decision over Angel Pacheco. What'd you think on that one, Will?
Hi, baby girl. I think that Santiago Luna was just a better mixed martial artist. Pacheco's good. He's going to be always hanging around, man. He's tough. He's a durable guy. He can do it everywhere. But Luna is a very good prospect, super promising. Ridley says hi. And I can't wait to see what he does in the future.
Man. He got hurt multiple times from Luna. Pacheco beat him down. Smooth transition, 0 drama, 8-0. Write that name down, Marshall idiots. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Another name you should write down is Imanol Rodriguez. Also Kevin Borjas, because he almost continued that hype train derailing shit he be doing.
Imanol Rodriguez is now a staple of the Daniel Cormier MMA school out there in Gilroy full-time, and it showed. His wrestling's tremendous. He has great power, and he's just the epitome of a flyweight, right? Those quick twitch muscles, super explosive. I can't wait to see what he does next, man. Imanol is super exciting, and the longer that he works with Daniel Cormier, the better he's going to get.
Yeah. I need somebody to – what's the boxing coach? His boxing coach.
Imanol's?
Yeah. I can't think of his name.
Not sure.
Little Mexican guy from AKA.
Oh, I'm not sure. I know Javier Mendez but I don't know the boxing coach.
The one that shoved Brock Lesnar.
I know the one. Yes, but I can't.
The real little guy. I can't think of his name right now.
Yes, that is Imanol's boxing coach now.
Yeah. But anyways, I need him to work with him. Hey, Imanol, boxing's great, but when you get cracked, wrestle. He was still trying to box a little bit. Like, hey, wrestle. Wrestle. You get cracked, don't keep trying to box. That got scary a few times in there. But Imanol's great, and he got 50 or 100K on this as well.
As he should.
George, what did you think on that one?
Oh, man. This was another one that hurt the parlays. I had Borjas on upsets. Borjas had him on skates early, man, but Rodriguez said nah and took him down and dropped him with a glancing shot and finished him. 7-0, 100% finish rate, and as you mentioned, trains with Daniel Cormier, DC. This kid's a problem.
Yeah, he absolutely is a problem. Next up, I don't know how I feel about this one. At 125, we got a split decision. Edgar Chavez got it over Felipe Bunes. Will, what do you think on that one?
I think there might have been a little bit of home cooking. I think Dunes was Felipe was doing a little bit better in the striking. He was a little cleaner. He was a little farther ahead. Dude, Chavez is just Edgar, though. Like, he's going to come right at you, throw big shots, big pressure. It's just that leaves a bad taste in your mouth a little bit. But, Karma got the Mexican fans back right away in the next fight. So they got this one, but they totally lost the next
damn.
Grimiest fight of the night, man. When it's owned round 1 on the back. Round 2 was like 2 statues staring at each other. Chairez woke up in round 3 and started tagging him. It was ugly, it was sweaty, and it was also beautiful.
It was fun.
It was fun.
You know it was not fun?
No, this
Daniel
was fun.
Zellhuber's night.
Let's go.
Dude, you know how inconsistent Bobby Green is? I didn't even bet that fight. I was like, nah.
I don't blame you one bit. Dog. I do not blame you one bit.
Not at all.
So we got Bobby Green getting the knockout victory over Daniel Zellhuber at 155 in round 2 with 5 seconds left in the round. Somebody ought to sit Daniel Zellhuber down and tell him the exact same thing I was saying. You need to tell Emmanuel Rodriguez, hey, when you get fucking cracked, just wrestle. Clinch. Avoid elbows. Grab a hold of him.
You know? Dude, Bobby was winning. I think Bobby started to beat him up right away.
He did.
Like, that fight started, and I watched like 2 minutes of it. I was like, son of a – I should have bet the fight, you know? Halfway through the second round, Zellhuber was on skates. He was confused. He didn't know what Bobby was going to do next. I think he just I think he frustrates those guys with that movement so bad that he takes them completely out of their game, and then he has enough power to capitalize.
Yeah.
So, what's that? 4 losses in a row for Daniel Zellhuber?
No, is it? It's 3.
3 losses in a row.
Esteban, Michael Johnson, Bobby Green.
Yeah, Esteban, we can kind of sympathize with. That was fight of the year, and Ribovic is a monster. But you got beat up by Michael Johnson and Bobby Green.
You got knocked out by Bobby Green. He tried to contest it, and he was still looking like a fucking baby.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
It was rough. George, tell us how much you enjoyed this one.
Man, you know, I actually had it on one of my things when I was doing research for this fight. Somebody had it. I don't know if it was an AI model or a particular capper had said that King Green had once won a tournament in Mexico where he fought 3 people, and 3 or 5 of his 8 wins have been in Mexico and at altitude.
It was Hayden Iverson.
I should have.
Oh,
I should have took that. I should have took that money, but I didn't.
I saw the same thing, George. I thought the same thing when Bobby started to beat him up. I was like, damn it.
39-year-old Bobby Green, looking like OG Bobby Johnson, still out here cooking prospects like it's 2013. He mixed wrestling. He frustrated the hell out of Zellhuber, then chased him down and put him away. That man refuses to age. He kind of has that Tech 9 swag, but then he does silly shit and then gets knocked out and put away too, or choked out by Patty, embarrassingly. So, Zellhuber, man, he needs to round out his game. You can't just rush people like a fucking mad pit bull. It's not going to work out for you at the highest level of MMA. You know, just hands down, running into somebody, just no. No, sir.
The power only goes up at 55 from Bobby Green.
Yeah.
Fizie's going to hit you and you're going to die.
Toes are going to stiffen.
Uh-huh.
All right. And bringing it home for Mexico, we have David Martinez at 135 getting the unanimous decision over Marlon Vera. Pretty obvious, pretty one-sided. Marlon was competitive a little bit, but not enough to even make it look like this could go the other way. What do you think, Will?
Cheeto's always had sus wrestling, but David made it look like pedestrian. When he wanted to put Cheeto down, he put Cheeto down. Cheeto has okay jiu-jitsu. He can get up here and there, but I can't believe with that hole in his game, they keep giving these complete guys, Marlon is a stand in the pocket and trade guy. If you have an up-and-comer that's a touted striker, maybe put Vera with them. But I don't see Cheeto fighting for a belt anytime soon.
Yeah, no. Same. George?
This Cheeto's 4th loss. This kid is for real that he went up against. Cheeto, man, we love you, but it might be time to pivot to coaching. Maybe hook up to the OnlyFans. I don't know. And it's not a
Selfie
knock on
pics.
him, but like maybe he can go train with Strickland because that's what he's missing. He has the same thing that Figgy's got, where he kind of sits there and takes pictures in the phone booth and tries to wait for a reaction from his strikes. Whereas Sean realized that he had homeboy hurt, and there's several other fighters that have that instinct, and then followed it up. You can't just throw one kick, one punch, back up. Like you're gonna have to hit him with volume and hit him with combinations. And he had a chance. He wobbled him a couple times. And because that kid's footwork and being able to cut angles and run around the cage, he wore him out, and he couldn't find him. Just that was the difference in this fight: youth and being able to get on that bicycle whenever you're hurt. I don't want to see Cheeto start getting slept and have that not too distant look in his eyes and be slurring his speech in interviews. Like, don't let it go that way, man. Anyways, whoever he fights next, I hope he changes the things in his game to get a finish because he did not look like he was in bad condition at all. Dude looked chiseled. Looks like he showed up. Doesn't look like the cut murdered him on weight day. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, he looked competitive. Like I said, just not competitive enough.
And I will never, ever, ever forget. It is ingrained in my memory the knee that he took from Sean O'Malley and just walked through that shit. That is a one of one human being right there.
Ate it. Yeah, wild.
It sounded like a baseball bat.
Bro.
I don't want to talk about this next one. Can we just skip it?
No, we got to address it.
Loney Kavanagh got the unanimous decision at 125 over Brandon Moreno, got himself $100K. They did not give Brandon Moreno $100K in this. Is that what I'm seeing?
Well, if fight of the night went to the ladies, then yeah, he wasn't. Yeah.
Damn. That's wild. Anyways, Loney Kavanagh put it on him. It hurt to watch. The calf kicks early on in the first round had Brandon Moreno worried about those, and the boxing of Loney was clean and heavy, and he was cracking Moreno. Will?
Yeah, his boxing was on point, like you said. He wasn't just throwing one jab; he was doubling, tripling that jab up, finding that calf kick off the center line, tore Brandon Moreno's calf up immediately. Like you said, there was red marks all across the calf within the first 3 or 4. He took his mobility away. So it took the wrestling away from Brandon Moreno a little bit, and it made that takedown defense even easier for Loney. And Loney was on fire, dude. He just had one of those nights where he showed up and everything was working, and he was absolutely cooking. Another one of those guys. Super excited to see what happens with him next.
Yeah. George, I'm not. I hate that guy now.
Short notice Englishman walks into the Lions den and gets booed like he stole the last taco and said, y'all don't know how to make tequila. Then he leg kicks Brandon Moreno into oblivion for 25 minutes. Moreno looked slow, got wobbled in round 2, and couldn't get a takedown to save his life, and spent half the night clinched up against the fence looking like he owed the cartel money. Kavanagh, ice cold. Sharp jab, calf kicks that sounded like gunshots, and zero panic. 26 years old. Rebounds from his first pro loss by Star making the biggest upset of 2026 so far. Brandon Moreno is 32, two-time champ, absolute legend, Mexican hero, and right now he looks cooked. The flyweight division moves so damn fast. One bad night in your backyard and suddenly you're fighting for relevance, and this heartbreaking. But Talani, new star born, and he just jumped the line like he Ubered straight to the title picture. I'd say this overall card was a B+. 7 finishes, one absolute war for fight of the night, multiple prospects announcing themselves, and one massive what the hell just happened in the main event. Mexico City, baby, delivered chaos as always.
Yes, it did. All right. Before we jump into UFC 326, I want to talk about something else that happened. We had the RAF 6, Cejudo versus Faber. Real American Freestyle.
Judo.
Sejudo.
Cejudo. Starting off the night at welterweight, we had Muggsy taking out Clay Guida, tech falling him 13-3. This was purely the style, freestyle. If this had been like folk style or even legitimate fighting, I think obviously legitimate fighting, Clay Guida would win. But I think if it had been like folk style, Clay Guida might have won. But anyways, it was a good, nice match. We had Jordan Oliver beating Bo Bartlett via decision after 3 periods, 5-3. And let's see what else we had. We had David Carr defeating Bubba Jenkins, tech fall, 13-2, round 2. We had Aljamain Sterling defeating Benson Henderson, pinfall in round 3. And then we had Armin Sarukian defeating Giorgio Poulas, the take me down, get $1,000 guy, by decision 5-3. Although there was some fuckery afoot here. Per rules, Armin should have gotten the takedown. That should have counted because it was continuous motion takedown. It just ended up outside of the circle. So per their rules, he should have got that takedown. The judge or the official threw up 2 and then threw up 1 for push out. So the person reffing the match gave him the 2 for the takedown. So that matters because that means he took Giorgio down. So where's his $1,000? First off,
In the fine that he's going to get for punching him in the fucking face.
Yeah. So Giorgio was visibly upset early on and started clubbing hard and was palming. And in his palming, he was palming to the nose and like poking the eyes. He was being a little too aggressive in a dirty manner. And the whole time. And Sarukian kept going like, what the fuck, over and over again. So that was a receipt. I mean, honestly, the way I look at it,
do you think Paul Daly, when he punched Josh Koscheck after the competition, was a receipt as well? Or
no. That's
so
different.
We can agree
you had the chance to fight him that whole time in that fight. Whereas this, it was a competition, and he was trying to be civil and competitive, and Giorgio kept trying to pick a fight.
I mean, if you club it, I watch him all the time club it the head
out of him. He slapped him a couple times, and the clubs were obvious. I'm trying to fight you clubs.
I just don't. I think you're a guy like Armin. At the end of that, you be a professional enough to just walk away from it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe talk your shit. But people look up to that guy.
On the mic was Chael Sonnen and Kurt Angle, and both of them agreed that was a fair receipt. And
that's cool. That's cool. But here's the thing: it just, in my opinion, Armin can do whatever he wants to do. Obviously, I don't, whatever. But if you're in that position, you're number 1 contender in the UFC to fight for the championship.
For sure.
You can't do that, man. Like, if Dana doesn't call him and be like, Armin, what the hell's going on, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just on the professional side of it. If you want to scrap afterwards, go get that guy in the back where there's no cameras, Armin. Like,
it was
silly.
Dumb, for sure. I don't disagree that it was dumb at all. But I do think Giorgio was acting pretty, I don't know, not.
He's a YouTuber.
Yeah. It didn't look good on his part.
No, both of those guys look like assholes.
Yeah, 100%. And then let's move on from that. We had Henry Cejudo defeating Uriah Faber, tech fall 11-0, round 3, of course. We had a little jiu-jitsu happen locally. I sent you a video. I don't know if you got a chance to see it, where there was a supposed slam, and
Yeah, they started fighting.
Yeah, no, it was well, kind of. There was the corner rushed the stage and started being fucking idiots, throwing water and trying to start shit. It's not a slam when you're in guard, somebody goes to stand up, you stay in guard, and then they free their arm and you try to fall back on a leg but keep your guard locked and pull them forward.
Yeah, right.
It's not a slam. That guy felt all the weight going down on his knees and jumped to his knees. That's all that was. He didn't push you down. He could have easily framed across your collarbone and slammed you down and put you out.
Like we see all the time.
Yeah. His corner got mad and stormed and were calling for the slam, and then a bit of a scuffle happened. It was ridiculous. It was not a slam by any means. Could have been. Could have easily been. But it wasn't. And it was very childish behavior to see out of a bunch of jiu-jitsu people, black belts and stuff. So moving on, I want to talk about a fight that was announced, and then we'll move on to the good stuff. We got the return of Rodtang. Rodtang is fighting Takaru for the second time, April 29th, 2026. So
that should be a banger.
Yeah. It was a banger the first time. Rodtang beat him with a knockout, first round. So, yeah, looking forward to that. And that'll probably be on Amazon Prime, so, or YouTube. Look out for that. We'll let you know. Let's move on to this Saturday. Something I'm so excited for. We have UFC 326, Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira 2 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Are you guys excited? I'm excited.
Yeah, dude. I'm going to be happy and sad at the same time.
Yeah. I'm just going to be very happy. Look, I like Charles Oliveira, but I am a fan of Max Holloway. And
I'm genuinely a fan of both of them.
Yes. What else about this? It's at the Endeavor Arena. And starting us off, we have the Flopper versus Luke Fernandez. Adolfo Bellato.
The herpy boy?
At 205. No, remember? He ate the invisible up kick.
Yes, but also he had to pull out of a fight.
Oh, yeah, because he had herpes.
Yes.
Okay. That's right. Well, he's fighting undefeated Luke Fernandez, who's 6-0. So I'm going to go with Luke Fernandez on this one. It's Luke Fernandez's UFC debut, but he was on Contender Series, won in 15 seconds. And he's a pretty good grappler as well.
Very good. Very talented grappler, absolute nuclear warheads in his hands. Bellato leaves his chin straight in the air, and his jiu-jitsu is not very good. Going Luke Fernandez.
Yep. George?
I'm going to go with Bellato by decision. Somehow he's going to get it done.
No, wow. He's going to flop like a fish. All right, 145. We have Gaston Bolaños taking on Zhang Yong Li. I'm going with Zhang Yong Li on this one. Both these guys are 2-2 in the UFC, so we've seen a little bit out of them. but I think Zhang Yong Lee is going to get the better.
Yeah, I think Bolaños puts himself at risk a little too much, and he does have power. He can finish fights inside the pocket, but Joe Sang-yu, he just is different with the striking. He has dynamic striking. He can lead with that jab hook combination. He goes to the body. Doesn't throw too many kicks because of all the power in his hands, but I look for him to tag Bolaños early and put him on baby deer legs.
Yes. George?
Yu's really tough, but Bolaños does have that one punch power and killer instinct. Right now, bettors are all over the South American. He's 11-0 in his last whatever, and looks like he could hit like a truck. My money's on Bolaños by TKO round 2.
Okay. All right. Next up, another 205er, more fun 205 bout. We have Rafael Tobias taking on Dair Nurgoje. I think I'm going Tobias on this one.
Have that? Did they just add that? I'm on UFC.com.
I don't know.
I have Sumadarje and Jesus Aguilar.
I have that one after this one.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about either one of those guys. George?
Yeah, I don't have that fight either. Oh,
All right. Well, Tapology has it.
Nice.
okay.
I don't know. It may not. Also, you said Ju Sang-yu. Ju Sang-yu is not fighting on this.
I have Ju Sang-yu versus okay.
He withdrew, and we have Zhang Yong Lee.
Gotcha. Well, then in that case, I'm taking Bolaños.
I just know. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going with Rafael Tobias on this one. Moving on to 125, I've got Sumadarje versus Jesus Aguilar. You guys got that one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm going to take Sumadarje in that, man.
I'm taking Sumadarje all the way.
Are you? Are you? Yeah, he's just a little more complete than Aguilar. But Aguilar, he's one of those guys that trains fights out of Mexico. He's the Mexican fighter. He can make anything happen on any night. But I think Sumadarje just has too many tools.
Yeah, I agree. George?
Okay. 70% of the money on DraftKings right now is on Sumadarji. He's the Chinese sniper with slick striking versus the Mexican pressure cooker. Analysts at OddsShark, Low Kick MMA all say Sumadarji's range and volume wins it in this one, 29-28 3 times. However, Aguilar is on a tear, but this is Vegas and debut pressure. Welcome to the big lights, kid. I'm taking Sumadarji.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all three going Sumadarje?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, another 125er. We have Cody Durden taking on the Art of Knockout. Naim Jargal, Tumen Dem. It's a rough one.
Yeah.
Man, it's a rough one to choose too. Cody Durden's on a pretty rough skid. He's lost 5 of his last 6, with his only win being to Matt Schnell with a ninja choke in round 2. Oh man, let's go with Art of War or Art of Knockout.
Yeah, the dude from Mongolia. I'm taking him.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cody. Protect your neck.
George?
I'm going to go with his nickname, which is just Tumen. It's not a Tumen. Is an 8-1 and wrestling heavy. Durden's tough as nails, but the Mongolian machine's going to grind him out. Tapology consensus agrees, Chalk City. So we're all going with, I'm going to give it a go, Temendon Barrel.
Sure.
Better than I was going to do.
I don't know. His nickname is Art of Knockout, but he has 2 wins by knockout and 6 by submission. So might want to switch that around. Or is he trying to fuck with people? It could be
I don't know,
Travis.
but I'm here for it. I'm always for a fight. Let's go.
All right. Next up at 145, we have Alberto Montes taking on my boy, Ricky Tercios. Sorry, Ricky. He's going to get you like that one movie. They got Ricky. I think Alberto's going to get him. He's going to snatch that neck. Ricky has a neck that's available.
Yeah, big long one.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I think Alberto's probably going to get it done too. But make no mistake, I'm rooting for Ricky Tercios.
Yes.
I hope he goes in there and he fucking shocks the world, man. Because this would be a situation where it would be a bit of an upset. You know, Ricky has done well. He was the Ultimate Fighter winner, and then he's been up and down, a little tumultuous. But man, he's awesome to watch. A great human being, and on any given night, he can kick someone's ass. That's really good in the world.
Yeah, he can. George?
I'm going Ricky by TKO round 3. Odd Shark has him as 68% favorite. Tercios is the veteran with that dog in him. Montes is undefeated but green. Expect chaos, but expect Ricky to find that finish late.
I hope he does. Really hope he does. Next up at 185, Cody Brundage taking on Dante Johnson. That's a rough one, Brundage. Going Dante Johnson.
Dude, what is this guy doing? Cody is just on the worst roller coaster ride ever.
Did Todorovic go out?
Yes.
Dusko must have pulled.
Yeah,
which I was gonna go Todorovic all day long, but
yeah,
Dante's had a full camp. Dingus just coming off a loss, right? He just lost not too long ago. Lost a decision. Am I wrong?
Yep. No, you're right.
And Dante Johnson's not going to go down there and decision him, man.
Dante he Johnson's got TKO'd. Cam Rouston.
That's right. Cam
Round
Rouston.
2.
Yeah,
was on his back
Johnson's
throwing
beat him up,
bunches
man.
and bunches.
We can't take Johnson down. Johnson's got really good wrestling. Yeah, one-way traffic, Dante Johnson.
Yeah. George?
Yeah, same thing. Dante Johnson. I ain't putting no money on Cody Bummage.
Okay. Oof.
Here's a Cody I will put money on.
Yeah, I was gonna say the next Cody though, I might, although
money on him.
He's not done so well at 135. You know, he's 4-2 at 160 or at 135. That's rough. You know, I do think he's going to get the victory over Long Zhao, though. I foresee him possibly getting a good knockout again. We got Cody Garbrandt and Long Zhao at 135. I think Garbrandt might get in a knockout.
I think so too, man. I don't think Long Zhao can catch him. And I think he's going to try to play the same game that Cody plays. And if you can't out-grapple Cody, you're going to have a hard time out-striking him unless you're like TJ Dillashaw on that EPO. I'm going Cody Garbrandt. Yeah, I think it'll be a decision. I think it'll be one-way traffic in the striking, but don't be surprised if he straight up starches Yang Lao.
Yeah, I think he might. George?
Oh, man. I'm going to go No Love by knockout round 1. I'm going to say Nostalgia. He's 2-1 in his last 3 and still hits like a truck. Zhao's tough, but Garbrandt's chin and power at 135. We're riding the comeback story. This man was champion once, one more highlight reel KO, and the legend grows.
Yes. Man, I am excited for this next one. It's a rematch. We've got Gregory this is the main card as well, the start of the main card. We have Gregory Rodriguez taking on Bruno Ferreira at 185. It was originally supposed to be Bruno and Paulo Costa. Costa withdrew. So we got Gregory Rodriguez in. I think they replaced what was going to be a fun fight with a still fun fight. Bruno knocked Gregory Rodriguez out the first time they met, which is shocking as hell.
Yeah.
He got it done in the first round as well. I don't expect it to be the same this time, but it could be.
Man,
Bruno has fucking hammers, dog. Gregory just does too, and he has a chin, so that's why it was so wild to see. I don't know. Be happy to hear what you guys think about this one.
so when they fought the first time, Bruno stepped up on short notice to fight RoboCop. And this time, RoboCop's stepping up on short notice. But here's the thing.
Nice.
If you come in on short notice and you fold a guy with no training camp, then you get a full training camp, then you get a guy you already folded, your confidence is going to be sky high. And I hope RoboCop's locked in because his confidence is going to be a little bit wavering. He thinks that too. He knows that Bruno's had a full camp and he's been knocked out by him, right? He was there. I look for Bruno to do the same thing. Yeah, I look for Bruno to do the same thing, but even more, a little more vicious because he's been in there with them and they have a lot of tape on RoboCop. I look for it to be nasty. I look for them to bring the crowd to their feet in the first fight of the main card.
Yeah, absolutely. George?
Oh, boy.
This one get you turned on?
I think Rodriguez is the better wrestler and better finisher. I think Ferreira swings hard, but I think that he's going to come back out and close the show on him. I think his prime directive is to delete this dude's fucking jaw.
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh, goodness.
And what is that guy's weight cut like? Because there ain't no damn way he walks around at that fighting weight. That dude is fucking massive.
Both of them.
Guys, let's talk about this next one. Loser retires, winner retires.
Yes.
We have Drew Dober taking on Michael Johnson at 155. Man, my brain is telling me Michael Johnson. I think he's going to do better. I don't know. What do you think?
Both of these guys are incredible at winning fights until getting knocked the fuck out.
Yeah. Their confidence gets them in trouble.
Yeah. Michael Johnson will be beating the shit out of a man until he's not, and then it's over. But, man, give me Michael Johnson, dude. I think Johnson's range, he's just coming off a camp where a fight got canceled. What happened to his opponent?
He's on a 3-fight win streak. He's been doing good.
It was Anthony Hernandez, and Hernandez had that sus betting line.
Oh, yeah.
So they pulled the fight. So Michael Johnson's been in shape. Drew Dober stays in shape. That guy's built like a Greek god, and the Crimson Chin altogether. But, yeah, give me Michael Johnson, man. Give me like a second-round knockout.
Yeah, okay. George?
I'm going to go Dober by TKO round 2. These are 255-pound war horses who've been here forever. Dober's power and forward pressure edge the veteran Johnson out. This one ends bloody and beautiful. Do you realize these guys have given us war since Obama was president? Respect.
Damn. That long, huh? Okay. All right. Well, I think this next one.
Who'd you go with on that, Tanner?
I'm gonna get.
Did you take Johnson or did you take Dober?
I took Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm taking Rob Font in this next one. We have at 135 Rob Font taking on Chihuihui's Raul Rosas Jr. Go with Rob Font on this one. This is a big test for Chihuihui's. It's a tough battle, and I think he's gonna struggle. Rob Font's on a different level. The only people that have taken him out are former champions and top 5. He has ran through everybody else. So this is a big test for Chihuihui's. What do you think, Will?
Yeah, I think we're gonna see Chihuihui's go to sleep for the first time. I think Rob Font. Yeah, I think Rob Font has an answer for everything that Chihuihui's wants to do. He's seen it, done it, and he's not a veteran that you're going to go in there and play with. Rob Font, second round knockout.
Yep. George?
Oh, as much as I don't want to do it, I'm going to take Rosas. I think he's been out for so long and had plenty of time to train for this. And I think that Rob's just got a lot of wear and tear, man. I mean, I just don't think it's going to be his night. If I'm wrong, am I going to be upset? Fuck no. I'll be happy. That dude's annoying as shit. Hopefully he corrects that weird face.
Next up at 185, our co-main event, Caio Brajalio taking on Ranier de Ritter. I'm going Caio Brajalio on this one. This is a fun matchup though. Caio coming off his loss against Nasruddin Imavov. Ranier coming off of his loss against Brendan Allen, where he retired and then came out of retired. He quit in between rounds. Just rough. But he also, as we addressed before, had 5 fights in a year span. So
yeah, I believe he had neurovirus, or they came out with that, or some shit like that.
Whatever.
I don't know, man.
He's a great fighter. Caio's a great fighter. Hopefully, Caio has worked on that gas tank because it zapped him quick in the Nasruddin fight. I'm going Caio on this one. What do you got?
I'm probably leaning toward Caio as well, just based on what we've seen from Rainier with that effort where he quit against Brendan Allen. And we watched a guy grapple Brendan Allen in the karate combat pit named Caio Brajalio. And he kind of took it to Brendan Allen. He kind of did whatever he wanted with him. He took him down. He passed his guard. The only thing he wasn't able to do was submit him. In MMA, it's even harder to work your jiu-jitsu on a guy who understands jiu-jitsu in MMA like Caio Brajalio. And he comes out of that great camp, the Fighting Nerds. They have a ton of bodies. He gets a lot of work. He works 7 days a week. You see him posting stuff all the time. He looks like he's in phenomenal shape. Rainier de Ritter, if he shows up he can beat any middleweight in the world. Absolutely, he can. But I think he loses. I think he gets beat up early against Caio. I think Caio's going to go push the pace, and he's addressed that cardio stuff you're talking about. And I think Rainier will start to fade early.
Yeah. George?
This is a tough one, man, because RDR has shown before that he can be dominant and decisive in it. But Caio's on a tear right now, man. Elite striking plus the wrestling. But both these guys coming off losses. I think Brajalio is the sharper tool right now, and I'm going with him.
Yeah. Well, all 3 of us going Caio. All right. I know we're going to be split on this next one. Surely.
I don't think so. I just have love for both guys.
The main event, 155, the BMF title on the line. Max Holloway's defending. Charles Oliveira wants it. He's not going to get it. I've got Max Holloway by stoppage somehow. He is going to end it before that 5th round starts. Before the 5th round starts, I think he will have it over. I think he is going to put it on Max, and I see a TKO or a knockout finish. Will?
Yeah, I love Charles Oliveira, but I don't think he beats Max in this. I got a couple of factors in here, right? One, Charles Oliveira's weight cuts are documented as some of the worst fucking weight cuts in UFC history. The guy has been close to death several times getting on that scale. Max Holloway coming up from 45 won't struggle with the weight cut nearly as much. And what is Max Holloway's best weapon? His gas tank. So if you get a guy who's compromised by his weight cut already in there with Max Holloway, that's already spelling disaster. Max Holloway's no slouch in grappling. He's very good at jiu-jitsu, specifically anti-grappling. He keeps people the fuck off him. A large part because he doesn't have a kick-heavy game. It's mostly boxing. His hips are back, and he has a great understanding of where that center line is and where to be off it for a grappler, right? There's a different place you need to stand when somebody's going to shoot on you It's further off that shoulder, and you have to pressure them into the shot. So they're shooting off their back foot. Max Holloway will have Charles Oliveira against the fence. Charles is not going to come out there and walk Max down like he did all these other guys because Max is a good boxer. Michael Chandler, extremely good athlete, not technical boxer. Justin Gaethje, big power, very good, complete overall MMA game. His leg kicks are what brought him to the dance until he found his hands. He's not the best boxer. Max Holloway's going to cut angles. He's going to stay in the middle of the cage, and he's going to put so much pressure on Charles. I think by the end of the first round, we actually see Charles gliding along the fence or outside of that black ring in the middle of the octagon. Max is going to put the pressure on him. Max is going to touch him up. And I think Max is going to solidify that BMF by getting him with a Darce choke.
Okay. I got to say, I think you're wrong when you say the kicks are what brought Justin Gaethje to the dance. It was that rolling thunder.
Well, it's a kick.
That fair? All right. I'll give you that.
It's a fucking kick.
George?
Two absolute legends, man. The last time that they fought, it was a weird stoppage due to injury. This is
an injury that was never resolved. They still don't know what was wrong with Charles Oliveira.
Man, Holloway's the king of volume, the people's champ, and he's still out there proving age was just a number. Oliveira, former lightweight king, submission goat, and the guy who made 155 look easy until it wasn't. Win or lose, both walk out bigger legends. One more war for the highlight reel. I think that just Max's overall volume, durability, and that Hawaiian pressure machine is going to melt Oliveira's submission wizardry and wild swings. First fight was a decade, like I said ago, and a lot has changed. Both of these men have rounded out their games, have had crazy wars, and they've both went night-night to Topuria. Fuck that guy.
Why'd you have to say that?
Because I won't forget.
No, one went night-night. The other one got TKO'd.
Tomato.
That's tomato, potato.
But I just think Max is going to get it done, man. I think he's undeniable right now. I'd say overall, man, on this card, this is going to be an A-, man. Finishes galore, veteran stories, prospect shining, and a main event that could steal fight of the year. Vegas is going to be so freaking loud. We'll be live recapping it Sunday morning like always. Well, evening, rather. And we won't be hungover. Well, I won't. Maybe that guy will.
I won't be. I'll be bouncing.
I don't do
But
the
hey,
drinky.
I'm definitely wrong at about at least 2 picks. But who's got the BMF after this one, man?
Max.
Who do you think he fights next?
I think he fights for that lightweight championship. If you not, I think he takes out Charles Oliveira, right? There's no other fight. There's no other fight. But he's such a badass. He might fight Arman just to prove that he is the fucking.
Yeah, right. I could see that. But I don't think so. I think he fights for the title. I think you have to. I think after Gaethje fights Topuria, I think you have to see Max fight the winner, which is probably going to be Topuria. So.
Yep.
All right.
I sent my picks to Dave to keep track too.
Oh, nice.
All of our picks for the number cards.
Nice.
Minus Tobias because I didn't have that one. So you can feel free to add to that, Tanner.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, that is all I have, guys.
Yeah, I got nothing else. George, you got anything to add before we get out of here?
Just that I am really, really enjoying this move to Paramount Plus, and there's a lot of stuff going on in the fight world. So, everybody tune in, and I'd love to see some more people interact with us on here. Let us know on our silliness. You know what I'm talking about.
I did think of one thing. I did think of one thing since you said that, George. There's a multi-view option in Paramount Plus that you can use, and it avoids watching commercials. It's kind of nice. I wish they did something so it gives corner cam during the fights, and then 2 octagon cams. I wish they gave corner cams for both corners in the rounds.
Yes, as a coach
That was
and a nerd, that is my favorite shit.
Yeah.
We get to watch the story unfold in front of us, and then we get to see the guys try to solve the puzzle.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for.
Instead, they'll give us the one if the main camera gives the one. But give me both. Give me both. Let me see how the corners are reacting. Let me see what they see.
Oh yeah, one more thing. How could I forget?
One more thing.
The Professional Fight League is coming to Chicago, and I will be there April 11th.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be
That's
Sergio Pettis and Mitchell McKee in the main event, and the co-main is Jordan Newman and Josh Silveira.
Yes.
Hell yeah. We're
And
going to figure some out, boys.
I might be going there with this dingus down here with a baseball cap. Depending.
We'll see what's up. Swinging for the fences. That's what we're doing.
All right. See you guys.
See ya.